In a world where boring sports talk has taken over the airwaves, breaking the mold of basic opinionated sports talk,
just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
they're edgy, uncensored, and off the chain.
I'm sorry, I don't know what just happened.
No Boundaries Sports Talk Radio with your hosts, Derek Fugers.
But to be the man, you gotta beat the man, and I'm saying, woo, right here.
And Craig Wiley.
The cream of the crop, and there is no one that does it better.
For raw, uncut sports on a different level than you're used to. So grab some snacks, turn up the volume, and enjoy sports with no boundaries.
Nobody does it better.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy High Cee. It is that time of week. No boundaries. Sports talk with me and this beautiful man sitting across from me, my boy Derek Fugers. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, buddy. How about yourself?
I was doing good until I just thought about what I just told you right before we got on air. I got a bone to pick. And I know this isn't just another convo, but if it was, this would probably be the hot topic right now. 7-Eleven. How the fuck you gonna make me buy the good shit in your store to get points on your app to redeem free shit, but all the free shit is the 7-Eleven brand shit?
How many points you got?
I think I got like 8,000 now.
Same.
I don't really spend them that much. I stock them up in there once in a
I
while.
don't spend them either when they charge you 1,000 points to save a fucking $1.
For
That's
real.
a ripoff.
For
what
real.
the fuck is going on? Give me like 150 or 200, bro. I'm not giving you 1,000 points just to save $1.
The waters were $1,000.
On like a
1,000
coffee
points.
or something. A coffee that's $2.14.
The waters were, I think, like 3 something total,
And you got them for free.
and I got them for free
Congratulations.
for 2,000 points.
Wild. Wow. The world we live in, man.
Damn, but I'd be having to buy the core waters and the Skyras to get the good points.
Well, yeah, of course. I just get coffee all the time and chew and stuff. So.
Cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
But we got a great show for you guys today. That was my little bit of
Your little rant?
my little slight rant. We do got some people tuning in on the Facebook Live. Shout out to our boy Tim from Carefree Pest and Termite Solutions. Racetrack system is better. You listen, Tim. I'm surprised you ain't got racetrack tattooed on your arm. He loves racetrack.
Racetrack's pretty clutch. Racetrack's pretty clutch.
I don't know, dog. Not Wawa.
I stopped at a racetrack. No, no. Racetrack's good because, first off, their pizza is pretty clutch. Their pizza, if you want just a quick slice, probably some of the best gas station pizza out there. I'm not going to hold you.
I'm not gonna lie. The little buffalo chicken ranch one. I've tried it before. It's
They
pretty
got
good.
some bomb-ass empanadas in there, too.
Do they?
I mean, they're pretty good. I wouldn't call them bomb, but they're pretty fucking
But I
good.
said they ain't no like.
The beef ones are pretty fire. I'm not even going to lie to you. Next time you stop in there, get you an empanada.
I like. Well,
beef
I'm
empanada.
about to just convert back to Wawa, bro. Wawa be holding it down, and you get to use your points on their shit that they have like out the back. Like you get hoagies, as your boy Carter calls them. You get some subs.
I mean, technically, there are hoagies, right?
I guess. Weird people call them hoagie. I feel like hoagie sounds weird.
Sub.
Sub.
Got to be a sub.
It's a sandwich or a sub.
Sammy.
Yeah.
Sammy Whammy.
A hoagie.
Yeah. A hoagie sounds like a hoe.
Hoagie sounds like a homeless prostitute.
There you go. Something you're fucking that you don't know what you want. Nobody
Something
to
that you
know.
don't really want in your mouth.
Yeah. But you'll accept it if the times are rough. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Times get tough. We're fucking homeless prostitutes.
All right.
Plain and simple.
50 cents is 50 cents.
Sorry, babe. Love you.
Many men.
WNBA draft happened. Obviously, Caitlin Clark expected to go number 1 to the Indiana Fever.
Mm-hmm.
Cardoza and Angel Reese teaming up. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. It's gonna be a
Starting
tough
center,
team.
stretch 4, man.
It's going to be a tough team to beat over there for
Chicago Sky.
Yeah, the Sky. But I just wanted to talk about the WNBA contracts that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark signed.
Okay.
A lot of people aren't too happy. A lot of people, but hey, what are you going to do? I mean, they have to do with what they're working with. Caitlin Clark signed a 4-year, $338,000 contract. Barely making more money than me a year, and she's a professional athlete. But Again, we'll talk about that Nike contract.
I actually did share something on the STLR media page a little bit before the show.
I seen it.
And it says, if you're one of the people complaining about how much the women are making in the WNBA, you can buy that package for like $39.
Pass.
You gonna buy the WNBA League Pass?
No.
All right.
I want to watch something. I want to enjoy it.
Will our favorite Booker mom
Of course.
get the League Pass?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna say it.
Will she share the password?
Probably.
All right.
Probably. But nah, man, I'm not getting that shit. I don't want to watch that shit. I don't care.
You're not complaining about the women's getting paid, though, either.
No, I'm not. They're getting paid exactly what they're worth.
It's 12 teams compared to 30. I did the math. It's like 1,000 and it's like basically like 1,400 something games compared to like, like a third of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like the revenue isn't
They
there.
play like 30 games a year.
Something like that.
You know what I'm saying?
30 times 12. There goes your answer.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You got to give what you got to give. I mean,
But and then I was talking to Soda on the Facebook page about it, and he was like, "Oh, la la la." They just like, look, I don't like when people try to argue about things and they just have to be right about everything. And the stuff that I'm throwing out there is just like, okay, yeah, but you understand, the league can get bigger, but he's like, oh well, the NBA just loses money off of the league, la, 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 because the motherfuckers don't invest money to promote it correctly. They get like shitty ass TV times.
I mean,
when they are on television, I mean, there's a lot to it.
all right, let's be real.
Like, listen, if I pay, I'm gonna use Drake because he's one of the biggest artists. If I pay Drake,
Lamar will say otherwise.
if I pay Drake to do a show, and I tell Drake don't promote it, and I don't promote it, and it's in the middle of wherever. If there's no promotion, who gonna come show up for Drake if nobody even knows that the concert's going on?
That's a terrible analogy because the NBA does help promote the WNBA, but not to the extent that people want.
Barely.
That's not the same though.
Barely.
You're saying don't promote it at all. All right, say barely. You and Drake promote it. Then there you go.
Well, if Drake promotes, it's gonna sell out regardless.
Exactly.
But literally, this is the first year ever in the entire
You're comparing the greatest, one of the greatest rappers out there right now.
Okay, I went a little extreme, but who gives a damn, Derek? The point that I'm trying to make
I'm just saying, mediocre basketball.
The point that I'm trying to make is the league has been out for 30 years until just this last All-Star game was the first time ever they had a female compete against males in a three-point competition.
And she lost, didn't she?
It don't matter. It took you 30 years to fucking get your head out of your ass to figure that shit out.
She lost, though, didn't she?
Like, you could be having skills competitions for the females at the All-Star weekend anyways.
Okay, I thought you were going to say against the men.
Not necessarily against the men.
I want to see enjoyable stuff.
I think the three-point competition is probably like, let's see how Steph does against Caitlin Clark.
Steph will win.
Maybe. She might hit that logo shot for the bonus.
Man, I'm sorry. I listen. Let's be real. Most of the girls who play basketball, they'll probably bust my ass on the basketball court. I mean, but I can still criticize.
Angel Reese will cross you over.
No, she would not cross me over. I would dog Angel Reese.
Angel Reese.
She's the same height as me.
Angel Reese.
She got nothing. I got more hips than her. Nah, bro.
Angel Reese will hit you with that crossover.
Cardoza might because she's 6'7".
She'll hit you with that crossover.
I'll lock Caitlin Clark up.
Step back. Fade away.
I'll lock Caitlin Clark's ass up.
Hell no.
I will lock Caitlin Clark up.
Hell no.
The only person who might do me in the WNBA is Maya Moore, and she ain't even fucking playing no more. Probably one of the greatest WNBA players I've ever seen.
I think Diana Taurasi would take you to school.
Nah, man, fuck that big nose bitch. She be shit. You know what I hate about the OG players, like the old school players? They're just haters from like Shaq. Shaq's turned into like one of the biggest haters to me. Diana Taurasi turned into one of the biggest haters to me. Like,
how is Shaq a hater?
Just how he dogs Jaren Jackson, how he constantly dogged Dwight Howard. He just constantly made like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just doesn't give credit when credit's due to certain people. And I really don't think people like Shaq really watch
Only person
games.
I really heard him dog was Ben Simmons.
He dogs everybody, bro. He don't give really any credit when credit's due. Even when he interviewed somebody, I forgot who it was. He said something really stupid, and the dude was like, "Okay, like cool, Shaq. Like nobody cares."
Yeah.
You know, he's still trying to stay relevant. Like, bro, let's be real. If it wasn't for Kobe, you probably wouldn't have all them championships.
Big diesel.
You know what I'm saying? And Diana Taurasi's the same way.
He could've got him a penny.
How she said that shit about, oh, well, Caitlin Clark can be as good as she wants, but when she gets to the WNBA, she's going to be playing girls who've been playing this game a lot longer than her. It's going to be growing women. Shut the fuck up, Diana Taurasi. Caitlin Clark's going to go in and fucking ball out immediately, just like Sabrina fucking did. Like, let's be real, dog. Like, if you have the caliber of... Caitlin Clark could have been playing the WNBA 2 years ago. That's how good the caliber player she is. Like, let's be real. And I'm not saying certain girls
she'll be on the Olympic team.
Huh?
She'll be on the Olympic team,
Of course
too.
she will. I mean, like, let's be real. These girls there are some really good basketball players in the WNBA, but let's not act like every single one of them is. Let's count how many bricks that I see are air balls in the first few games of the season. Let's just chalk it up.
Is that going to be our stat?
There we go. How many air balls will we see in the WNBA opening day?
Our unofficial stat.
Over under 175.
Your girl got drafted, though. The girl from UConn that locked her down.
Well, yeah, I would hope so. I would hope the two girls who freaking locked her down got drafted. Raven Johnson and the other girl.
Isn't Raven... I think she was only like a freshman or a
Well,
sophomore.
there you go.
I think
Trust me, she's got high ceiling.
Yeah. Her and Juju.
Juju, man.
Juju's a beast.
She's the next marketing one,
and I don't know. I think Paige might be a little marketable if she has another good season like she did last year.
Yeah, I mean, she's good.
Paige Buchers, I mean... Blonde, white hair, white girl, blonde, blue eyes.
Oh, so you're trying to say just because she's blonde and white,
no, I'm just saying,
you got to market her more over the black girl?
I'm saying that she
Craig.
probably...
Here we go, 2024. We're still racism, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Crazy, guys.
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
Crazy.
You know Adidas going to snatch her up?
Yeah, because that's what Hitler liked, right?
They're a German company. Oh, man.
Yeah, we got to say that for people.
We're getting canceled.
We got to say that for people. Fuck that. You can't cancel me, motherfucker. I don't give a shit what you say. You can't cancel me. That's a fact. There's nothing you can say or do to me that'll stop me from talking.
Cameron and Mace will just pick us up.
Honestly, bro, I don't like their show.
Why?
Because they're just funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? And they give no basketball, they give no sports knowledge. You don't learn nothing from their show. You want to watch a funny show? Go watch Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett's podcast. Okay. That's a funny fucking show, and you're learning shit.
You heard Vince Carter's show?
Yeah, bro.
VC got a pretty good
I don't
show.
want to hear Cameron and fucking the pastor Mace talk about fucking Diddy and fucking all that shit.
He's not a pastor no more.
Whatever, bro. He was a fucking pastor.
Once upon a time.
I mean, it's just, I realistically, you want to watch a good sports podcast, go watch fucking...
Watch this one.
This one? Or go watch, you want to watch basketball players? Go watch KG and Paul Pierce. Them motherfuckers be talking the most shit to each other. It's so funny. Paul Pierce I feel like, is always drunk all the time, but he's still a knowledgeable dude, regardless if he's shit-faced, you know what I'm saying?
I like the one with All the Smoke.
Yeah, Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes is the shit, too. That's another fucking good one. But it's like... Realistically, I don't think theirs is mainly a basketball podcast where they talk about that. They bring in like people like Lil Wayne, shit like that, where they can talk about other things other than basketball. You know what I'm saying? So like, I do like All the Smoke. But that's a good one too. Don't get me wrong. But still, you want to watch a good podcast? Watch this one because I'm gonna dog fucking everything. I do think that at the end of the day, I mean, people complain about the money that the WNBA players make, but at the end of the day, you got to be. I mean, if you're skilled like Caitlin Clark, she's about to sign a 6-year figure deal with, or a 6-year figure deal with fucking, you know,
a 6-year, 8-figure deal.
Yeah, with fucking Nike. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. She's gonna get her own shoes. She's gonna make profit from that shoe. She's gonna be fine. Like, and I'm so tired of like, like. Oh, Caitlin Clark didn't even win the national championship, but she's on SNL. Yeah, but name one girl who you know that was on South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you really know fucking college ball, like, let's be real. They're complaining, oh, well, she's white. You know what I'm saying? No, bitch, it's because she's the most marketable WNBA player in history.
And that's what I was getting at with Paige Buchers.
You know, I know what you were doing. That's why I said that about you, motherfucker. But I'm just saying, like, she's marketable. Like, you guys don't understand. People love her. Everybody loves her. Everybody loves all women love her because they fucking...
She's officially sold more jerseys than the Dallas Cowboys did last year.
Yeah, bro, they sold out. Her fucking jerseys sold out from men's sizes, or the plus size girls are getting their fucking jerseys too, or who knows what's going to happen. And we had this conversation. Didn't we talk about this on the show?
I think we did talk about this on the show.
About if it's okay for... Yeah, it's okay for you to wear... Bro, I would get a fucking Caitlin Clark. Honestly, I'd get a Sabrina jersey over Caitlin Clark's because the team that they fucking play for, Sabrina, their jerseys are fire.
Who she play for? The Aces?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
I'm not even going to hold you, bro. I
They're
don't
just
really
fire.
care enough. I don't really care enough.
I'm going to cop that Angel Reese jersey.
Nah, fuck her. I'll cop a Cardozo jersey before her.
All right. Well, you did we just come up with our Halloween costume?
Oh, I'll get a red wig. Dang! I never done trans before. Hell yeah, bro! It's 2024. Hell yeah.
I get with them little headbands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I like your style.
I can do a little. I'll just knock on the door for the trick or treat.
Can we ask a question? Does Beyonce Stewart have Down syndrome or not? All right, we're moving on. So I got a big question for you. Do you think that next season the WNBA is probably going to be one of the most viewed ever?
Probably.
Yeah. I do think that we're going to see somewhat of a big revenue for the WNBA this time, the marketing, that league pass. I think people are just are tuning in to women's basketball, period. And I love it. Like, let's be real. I don't hate women's basketball. Like, I will watch it. It's not that impressive to me in some standards. Like let's be real. Let's be real, Craig. You've seen some bad basketball in the women's tournament. Like, true?
I see some bad basketball when we watch NBA.
Truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't hate it. I just don't think it's that enjoyable.
Everybody's like, oh, well, the men got dunks and this and that. Yeah, they got zero fucking defense as well. That's why you get the dunks, because nobody guards any fucking body.
I disagree.
Bro, I was listening to the Dan Patrick show today, and they literally put together an all no defense team.
Craig, I think it's just...
And Trae Young was the starting point guard.
That's a good one, because he plays Olay defense, that's for sure. And if you don't know what Olay defense means, it means Olay, fucking, you're holding a towel and running through
the
him.
bull. I give the girls some credit. At least the girls do play some defense. You may not get the exciting splash like fast break dunks or nothing like that, but it is some good basketball if you like the actual game.
My whole thing is, it's just like, in the NBA, like, I think the offensive players are just so skilled that they're that good at what they do. That's why we don't think there's defense in the NBA, because the offensive players are so much better. That's why there's only a handful of defensive guys. That's why we pretty much sum up the defensive player of the world to blocks. You know what I'm saying? And blocks come with steals. Like, why Marcus Smart fucking won Defensive Player of the Year that year is because he led the league in steals. He led the league in fucking...
Want me to tell you why you're completely wrong? They don't play defense in the NBA because in, like, the 1990s, they don't want the basketball like that no more. They wanted to be like the NFL and be an offensive league, so they put all these freaking, like, rules that kind of hinder defense, and now they're complaining that there's no defense.
I mean,
it's
wrong.
It's going to be like the NFL with now they got the hip drop rule or whatever. So now it's going to be teams are going to be scoring like 85 points, and they're going to be like, oh, we got a season low in tackles. Like the league tackler is going to have like 84 freaking tackles because he can't tackle.
There's a reason why they're changing the kickoff rules too, because they're trying to bring. Do we not like kickoff returns? They're trying to bring that back. We don't see those at all anymore. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to bring those back to make the game a little bit more exciting. But at the same time, like, I just think we have so many skilled offensive players in this league. Like, offense is definitely the one thing that everybody works on the most over defense. Like, you're not going to tell me the Celtics don't play good defense, because they do. They're one of the best defensive teams. The Orlando Magic play really good defense. Jonathan Isaac's a really good defensive player. Draymond Green, go tell him that he don't play defense. You know what I'm saying? Go tell fucking Marcus Smart.
I'm not saying there's not some people that do play.
I know, but I'm saying, like, don't say that there's no defense in the NBA.
Okay, so like 20% of the players actually play solid defense. 30% of the players.
All right, let's be real.
That's like no defense.
The worst defensive player would lock up the best women's player in the NBA or WNBA. Let's just be real, and that's a fact. Trae Young would lock up any fucking woman in the WNBA.
Hell no, he'd still be.
That's a fact.
He'll still be Olay on Caitlin Clark.
Fact.
He'll be Olay on Caitlin Clark, and she'll drive a hill of a layup.
Defensive player player, Boban. Well, never mind. He's 7'9", so that doesn't make sense. But the worst defensive player in the NBA would lock up the best woman WNBA player.
I'm pretty sure Cordosa could just dunk on Trae Young.
You're right, but Trace is faster than her. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he might get around her and snip the ball out of her. She'll definitely back his little ass down. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah Thomas would dog any WNBA player.
Of course, you can bring up Isaiah Thomas.
And I'm not talking about Detroit, Isaiah.
Better
I'm
be talking about Detroit.
My boy IT4, baby.
Nah,
That's
IT11's the original.
IT4 is who I'm talking about.
IT11's a way better defender, though.
He's a way better defender. You're right, but he's fucking 178 years old.
And probably was still
Isaiah Thomas, 178 years old.
still locked down Diana Taurasi. We grown women over here. No.
Oh, shout out to Brittany Griner, man. I didn't know she was able to procreate, but she's having a baby with her wife. So shout out Brittany Griner. I always knew she was a man.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
They're adopting?
Yeah, no, they surrogate. You know what I'm saying? They get the sperm from somebody else and inject it into the.
I wonder who the baby daddy is. Is it a rich baby daddy?
Is he tall?
Is he athletic baby daddy?
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Is it Shaq? Oh!
Is it Wemby?
Ooh. Okay.
Question.
All right, answer.
This is a High C's random question.
Of the day.
If you and Kelly could pick surrogate eggs and sperm from pro athletes, who would you combine to make your athlete baby?
That's a tough question.
That is a very tough question.
That's a tough question.
That is a very tough question. Because it comes down to, like, what sport you want to target
Now,
your
am I
kid
getting
in.
a boy out of it?
You get to pick, boy or girl.
Oh, it's definitely got to be a boy because
Okay.
he's going to make the most money. He's going to make the most money.
In the words of Rebel Wilson, whoop, there it is.
I feel like LeBron would definitely have to be one of them.
Okay.
LeBron's just his size in general.
Okay.
Like Bryce James is going to be every bit as tall and big as his dad. Like, let's be real. And Bronny James isn't no slim chicken himself. So, like.
So who would the baby mama be?
Can I pick another black horn person or does it have to be white?
It's up to you.
It's my baby, right?
It's your baby.
Yeah, because. Wait a minute. Are they carrying the. Wait a minute. Hold on. Who's carrying the baby?
Kelly's carrying it.
Okay, so we're taking their egg and their sperm.
And putting it in her.
And putting it in Kelly. Okay. Oh, Serena Williams.
I knew you were going to say that.
LeBron and Sabrina's baby would be a fucking hell of an athlete, bro.
I think you're 100%
That's
right.
my son.
I don't even think I can top that.
That's my son.
I don't even think I can top that.
That is my son.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna name him. His name's gonna be Marcus Fugers.
I'm going to go with...
Because you know he's gonna be black coming out. You know what I'm saying? That's always my dream to have a black son. One day.
I'm
maybe.
surprised you didn't pick Tom Brady.
No, Tom Brady's not athletic. He just throws the ball good. He's an unathletic quarterback. The dude runs the 40 in 5.4. I can run faster
He has the
than
same
that.
40 speed as Rich Eisen.
Yeah, I can run faster than that. I'm pretty sure I ran a 4.95, almost a 5 flat my senior year of high school. So, Tom Brady's unathletic. I want an athletic person.
I almost feel like
I literally know people who've done that, Craig.
I'd almost have to go Wemby and freaking Wemby and Brittany Griner.
Oh my God, bro. David, my coworker, he's like, you smashed Brittany Griner? I'm like, no, I wouldn't. He's like, I would. I'm like, Jesus Christ,
What's
bro.
so funny is, like, he comes up to, like, her thigh.
I know.
Because he's short, dude.
You ever seen the video of her in her pool in Phoenix with her shirt off?
No.
She ain't got no titties, bro.
I'm sure. She probably got him cut off.
She might have got them cut off. Like, I'm pretty sure she did. So, whatever. A lot of people say she's a man, but I don't think she is.
Never know.
Hey, man. 2024, you can be whatever the fuck you want. You can be a fucking dog if you want these days, dog.
Speaking of the man,
Speaking of the man, what are we talking about? Who?
you know who's not in the playing tourney no more?
Oh, the Warriors, man. The Warriors, definitely. It's definitely the question mark. We talked about it a couple days ago. Will this be the last time we see the big three in the NBA? I mean, especially when it comes to Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond. Klay's going to be a free agent at the end of this season. At the end of the season, the season's over. And, he walked off the court, last one off the court, took it all in. And it wasn't an Oracle Arena. And you asked that question, was it an Oracle Arena? And it's no, because maybe if he's taking it in an Oracle, all right, thinking maybe it's the last time he's going to play for the Warriors. But the fact that he was taking it all in Sacramento kind of makes me think that he's contemplating retirement. The dude shot 0 for 10 from the field, didn't have a good game. You can't play like that in an elimination.
He didn't have a
game,
good
man.
season at all.
He really didn't. I mean, he kind of found a little bit of spark when he started coming off the bench for the Warriors. But at the same time, like, I just think the Warriors, they have so much young talent. AE Andrew Wiggins, AE fucking Jonathan Kuminga. Like, they have so much young talent. And look like DiVincenzo, like, he went over to the Knicks and he's literally was in the running for comeback player of the or most improved player of the year, but he felt like a few minutes short. They have this stupid rules that you have to play a certain amount of minutes, and he felt like 20 minutes short of that said rule, so he can't even go in the running. But they had to let go of him because they have so much money wrapped up in those.
Should the Warriors entertain a trade offer because they could probably get a good haul for Steph Curry?
Nah, you got to keep Steph. Realistically, I think Steph and Draymond, I mean, Klay said it before when Draymond gets ejected. I think I said this last week. He was on the podcast with Draymond, and he asked Klay, he's like, how do you guys feel, honestly, about when I get ejected? And Klay said, you're the heart and soul of this team, bro. So it's like we lose our protector. And I think that's a big saying from Klay, because I don't think Draymond or Steph are going anywhere. I think they just need to get a little bit more talent to help complement Steph.
Or you think they're going to do that through the draft, or you think they're going to try to do that through free agency?
I think they could do a little bit of both.
Or a trade, obviously.
I think they have the young talent. If you really want to get rid of Kuminga, I think there's a little bit of value in him and Andrew Wiggins. And I think if you wanted to trade for somebody like a DeMar DeRozan or somebody like that, who's already talked about being traded from Chicago, but they're trying to keep him, and then they are in the process of making the playoffs. If they beat the Heat, they're the number 8 seed.
Which is very possible because
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler's out.
MCL injury, so did that in the earlier of the first quarter of that game, and he still played the whole game, man. Shout out to Jimmy Butler. He's a tough motherfucker, bro. But, I mean, who knows? I mean,
some people may say that's Michael Jordan's son.
Hey, bro. Jimmy Butler don't know his dad.
They do kind of look alike.
Hey, I think Anthony Edwards might be that guy. Anthony Edwards look more like MJ than fucking Jimmy does. Let's be real. Oh, man. But, yeah, man.
God, hoes.
I mean, there's definitely going to be some teams out there who's going to be interested in Klay. Let's be real. I think Klay's definitely going to take some time and think about his decision about whether he's.
You think he can benefit from going to a new city?
Absolutely. I think change is always good in the long run. I mean, change is always needed at times.
I've seen it in the NBA be more successful than sometimes with NFL. Sometimes NFL guys, they just are who they are. Sometimes I think in the NBA where a guy gets a change of scenery, it really revitalizes him and he could become a better player. Maybe he fits a system better. Well,
I think mainly it's because, he's relied on so much and he's just not that guy no more. He's fucking tore his Achilles. He tore his ACL. I mean, the guy is constantly fucking was out for 2 straight years, and he really never really found his rhythm again. And he's kind of been spotty ever since he tore his and messed up his Achilles and stuff.
You know who's good with former injured players? The Orlando Magic. Come on over. Klay, come on over. We need a little 3-point excellence.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he goes to a team, like, let's be real. Like, Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner are, like, the future of the Orlando Magic.
Is Markelle Fultz on it aspiring?
No, he'd still be on the team, but they're talking they might trade him.
Okay.
But I don't know. The coach was giving Markelle a lot of highest praise, Davis was saying. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know exactly what's going to happen. I do think you guys are going to trade Wendell Carter, though. I think getting some size in there and helping with rebounding is definitely going to help for y'all. I think they're going to hold on to Jonathan Isaac. I think there's something there. I think you guys are going to unleash him and start him in the playoffs. Who?
Boy, Zach Edey.
7-4, bro. But, yeah, I do think the Klay could definitely be valuable to somebody like the Magic, honestly, because He doesn't have to be that guy over there. He doesn't have to be the second option. He could be the third option and take a lot of pressure off of him to just be a spot-up three shooter. And realistically, Orlando Magic aren't the best three-point shooting team, and that could be a great place for him. Realistically, and they're a great defensive team, so he could be over there and help with a little bit of defense as well. I mean, let's be real. Klay is Klay. I mean, he might not be the same guy he was 4 or 5 years ago, but he's still Klay fucking Thompson, 4-time NBA champion.
At this point, we just need a little bit of veteran.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of teams. OKC, another team. A lot of people were asking, is this the worst number 1 seed that the NBA has ever had? A lot of people don't know about that 2000.
A little SGA.
Well, dude, they're young, bro. They're young, but they have the talent. They're the number 1. Do people not realize how fucking tough the West is?
SGA, baby.
Like, the West is one of the toughest fucking conferences.
You know what the problem is? The problem, there's so many LeBron sexuals out there that if the Lakers aren't the number 1 seed, they think it's like the worst thing ever.
That's
hello,
true.
You have a overrated ass center or forward or whatever the fuck he wants to play.
Who's overrated?
Anthony Davis.
That's terrible. That's terrible. He's far from overrated.
He's overrated.
He's not overrated.
Bro, you could be the best fucking center in the world if you're healthy for fucking 10 and a half goddamn games in the 82 season. It doesn't do that good.
He's the best player on that team when he's fucking and he's had a great season.
When he's healthy. When has he ever played an entire 82 game season?
It doesn't matter. You can't. Does he play?
He's overrated.
No, he's not overrated. Overrated is the definition of not being good and some people saying he's good. The dude's had plenty of 40-point, 24-rebound game. He had a 42-point game with 24 rebounds. That's far from overrated, bro.
He's overrated.
That's terrible. Anthony Davis is not. I don't like him no more than you.
Maybe he's not overrated. Maybe he's overpaid. I'm not paying the guy that kind of money to play half the season.
And that's why you're not an NBA GM, bud.
Hey,
I would.
They this close away from getting knocked out the playoffs.
Joel Embiid's the same guy. He's constantly hurt, but look at him. Would you not pay him that money?
He's a lot better though.
And I wouldn't even say that. All right, is he though? How many games did he missed this year?
Well, it's hard. It's hard to tell with the NBA now though because now they do those fake ass reports for it. My pinky toe hurts, but it's really a rest day.
Yeah, but Joel really hurt his knee though. He was out for a long time. His MCL. Same thing with Jimmy. But, like, I'm just saying, like, we could say, like, let's be real. Greg Oden wasn't a bust. He was just injured. I mean, Greg Oden was a fucking serious motherfucker when he was healthy, but he couldn't stay healthy. It's the same thing with
he was
Davis.
serious in college. And
bro, look up
NBA.
Look up his first numbers when he played the first couple seasons, bro. He was averaging double-double a game. That's a fact. Greg Oden was a force to be reckoned with his first couple seasons. Then he got hurt. He is not a bust. He is an injured player.
Zion's another one that's a big dude that I think is going to be on the.
I wouldn't call him a bust neither.
I'm not saying he's a bust, but for the amount of money that somebody like that commands, for the amount of time that he misses, and then for him to have certain clauses in his contract for him to be.
Well, that's just him being a prima donna.
Yeah,
that's what that is.
Sometimes
he don't want to be in New Orleans, dog. Let's just be real. He don't want to be in New Orleans.
Who does?
I mean, they're talking about possibly taking the New Orleans team and moving them to Seattle or Vegas. Or OKC. Those are two.
Why would they move them to OKC?
I don't know, bro, because I tell you
what. Are they going to move OKC back to Seattle and move them to OKC?
What the fuck? Why would honestly, dude, if you tell anybody who's an OKC fan and that where they are, they have nothing there besides that team. And they fucking
they got the Sooners.
That team. Yeah, I know, but they support that team like nobody else, bro.
Yeah.
That's like it's a crazy basketball, but there's nothing else around there.
Well, it's like Kansas. I mean, think about it. Look at Kansas basketball at NCAA. Everybody goes to Kansas basketball or K-State basketball because guess what? Besides the Royals, there really ain't a lot out there. Oh, the Chiefs. My bad. But they don't have no basketball teams out there. So they go support what they can.
We're definitely going to get teams in Vegas.
Look at Nebraska. Look at Nebraska football team. They constantly sell out and they haven't really been that good for a while. And you know they sell that out.
But we got a couple games next up. Obviously, the Lakers secured the 7th seed in the play-in tournament, as did the Philadelphia 76ers. Miami playing the Chicago Bulls. tomorrow night, and New Orleans are playing the Sacramento Kings for the 8th seed on the west side. So Celtics are waiting for their opponent. They're going to be the winner out of the Miami Heat. And
what was the
Chicago
verdict
Bulls.
on Zion's injuries? Is it
He's not playing.
game time decision, or he's not playing at all?
He's not playing.
Kings are going to win that one.
Yeah. I mean, and let's be real. Kings are the better team.
Aaron's the man.
De'Aaron Fox, I mean,
Your boy
Sabonis is good. Keegan Murray, when he's on, he's on. I mean, Harrison Barnes has been a great veteran for them for the last few years since he's been there. So I think the Kings are definitely the better team, but especially if they don't have Zion, I don't think the Pelicans have a chance. And honestly, I didn't think
he had to play lights out to beat the damn Lakers.
Honestly, I didn't think the Bulls had a chance last night until Atlanta
or not the
beat us
Lakers, but
back-to-back
Golden
games.
State.
Huh?
See, Zion had to drop 40 the other night.
Yeah, against the
to win.
Lakers.
Yeah.
And they realistically, the Pelicans should have won that game. If Zion never got hurt and Brandon Ingram was actually hitting shots because he was terrible, they went, and CJ McCollum was even more terrible. If those three were playing, mainly those two, Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum, were playing better, I guarantee they would have beaten the Lakers. Guarantee you. Because Lakers, they don't have a good team. I do not see them winning many games against
I don't think the
Nuggets.
Lakers have a good team at all. I mean,
they don't.
They put too much stock into Anthony Davis and LeBron James.
Well, that's all they have. That's realistically all they have. I mean, people can say what they want about Austin Reeves. He's not that guy. He's not consistent. He's not consistently doing what he's supposed to be doing every single night. And they need that third guy. D'Lo was that guy for a little bit. He's kind of been up and down lately. I mean, they don't have that third guy. And in today's NBA, that's what you need. You need that third guy. And Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura aren't those third guys. Like,
I mean, you need a little bit more than the three guys, honestly.
I mean, what sums it up is the three. You got to have 3 stars. And look at the Celtics. You got Porzingis. You got freaking Jason Tatum. You got Jaylen Brown. I mean, if you look at Minnesota, I wouldn't consider Rudy Gobert a star, but he was the Defensive Player of the Year award multiple times. He's made All-Stars.
You know what's funny about the NBA?
Anthony Edwards.
You know what's funny about the NBA?
What?
Is you have these guys that have money. They have, like LeBron's not broke by any means.
He's a billionaire.
Why don't LeBron put his ego to the side and pull a Tom Brady and allow them to actually get another person to come in and help them?
That's a great question, Craig. That is a great question. Honestly, dude.
Because it's like the money that they pay him and Anthony and AD, like, bro, they can't get no gas. They can only get mids.
Can I be real with you? Nobody wants to play with LeBron.
They don't.
That's just, people can say that nobody wants to physically go and play with LeBron besides a handful of guys like Anthony Davis.
I don't even think he wants to be there.
You aren't going to see. They've had plenty of opportunities. How many big-name free agents? How long has LeBron been there? Since 2020? You know what I'm saying? He's been there for 4 or 5 years now. He's had plenty of opportunities to get some type. Kawhi Leonard went to the fucking Clippers over the lake. Like, guys, like, nobody really wants to play with LeBron, who's at that type of caliber of a player.
I think people are just ready for him to retire.
I know I am. It's crazy how much I dislike LeBron, because I love him as a basketball player. I just hate how he constantly has to have his name in the spotlight.
You know what I do like about LeBron?
What?
Blaze Pizza.
For real. Thank you, LeBron, for investing, because we got one close, and that shit is the shit every time. I haven't had a bad Blaze pizza experience yet.
Them roasted garlic cloves.
Woo!
Gas.
And them s'mores, s'more cookies.
We got to stay away from those now.
Hey, listen.
Every once in a while.
If I'm there, I'm getting one. I don't give a shit.
Every once in a while.
I don't give a shit. I really don't. I got a little question for you. I'm gonna name some basketball players here. I want you to give me the worst one on this list.
Okay.
Steph Curry.
Okay.
Dwayne Wade. Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant. Magic Johnson. LeBron James. Kevin Durant. Tim Duncan. Shaq. And Lou Alcindor, a.k.a. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Tell me the worst player on that list.
Worst as in how?
Just the worst. Who do you think the worst player on this list is? Just basketball, period. Regardless of championships, regardless of anything. Who is the worst basketball player on that list? Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Michael Jordan, Tim Duncan, Shaq, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Kevin Durant.
Do you want me to answer this?
Yeah, I want you to tell me. Who is the worst person on this list out of Steph Curry, Dwayne Wade, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Tim Duncan, Shaq, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Do we have the same answer?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
Who's your answer?
A lot of people aren't going to like this. But Dwayne Wade.
Really?
Yeah. And it's not because Dwayne Wade had his son's dick chopped off. It's not because I know Dwayne Wade is considered one of the greatest shooting guards ever. I know it. He's up there on that list. He's up there. But like from a basketball standpoint, he's not a better shooter than Steph. He's not a better basketball player than Michael. He's not a better basketball player than Kobe. He's not a better basketball player. He's not a better passer or anything than Magic. I mean, realistically, he was not a better player.
Want me to tell you who he's better than on that list? The guy who left Orlando to go to L.A. One Shaq Diesel.
All right. This is why I didn't choose Shaq. Because Shaq was dominant at his possession, was he not? At center. Was he not dominant at center?
He's the worst free throw shooter on that list.
He's the worst probably shooter. He's the worst free throw shooter. He's the worst. But down low, nobody on that list is banging with Shaq down low. Maybe Kareem might hang with him because he's a little bit taller, but I don't know if anybody's like banging down low. And that's what Shaq was.
I was going with overall basketball skills, and I would have to say Shaq would be the worst.
You are right. You are right. Overall athletic basketball skills, it's Shaq's the worst. But like when I say like,
but
Shaq
with that being
dominant.
said, I would take any one of those guys to build a franchise around.
Of course. I mean, let's be real. I love Dwayne Wade. He was a hell of a basketball player. Hell of a basketball player.
But here's another thing. And here's another thing on that list. Here's why I say Shaq. Because Prime Penny wasn't bad.
No, he wasn't.
Penny had some injuries later on in his career.
Overrated.
But does Shaq win that ring without Dwayne Wade? Does Shaq win those rings without Kobe Bean Bryant?
Well, I mean, a lot can be said about Kevin Durant on this list. Does he win a ring without Steph Curry in them? I mean,
probably not. But
does Dwayne Wade win a championship without
to be honest with you,
Shaq?
To be honest with you, Kevin Durant did cross my mind because
Kevin Durant might be one of the best mid-range shooters in that we've ever seen.
He is, and
his mid-range is
and the things he can do at his size with the basketball is crazy. He to me he's like, and I don't mean like comparing as in like player style or anything like that, but how Hedo Turkoglu was that tall like point forward.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant is like the evolution of that.
Well, Kevin Durant's like that guy. He's just so tall. Like came out of Texas at like 6'10". He's like 7'1" right now. He's grown like 3 inches. And I was watching a video on Sports Science where his jump shot is just so high because his arms are so long that nobody can ever really get to the top of his, maybe except fucking Wemby.
Maybe, and he just came in the league this year.
But nobody can really get to the top of his jump shot because he's so long. Yeah. Like, that's why he's almost unguardable when it comes to his mid-range.
And that's why I chose Shaq over him, because I feel like Shaq, outside of banging down low, I mean, there's really not much to his game other than that. He's probably the most dominant player, like physically, on that list.
Yeah, of course. Down low wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just in general, like strength and raw power. He's the Diesel.
Okay.
You don't get a name like Shaq Diesel by being soft.
Okay. I got another worst list for you.
Okay.
Going to the NFL. Worst free agent signing by each team in NFL history, according to this list right here.
Okay.
And I'm not going to give you every single person. Obviously, we're going to talk about the Bucs. Obviously, we're going to talk about the Patriots. And there's a couple other ones that shocked me, but I realized, like, what year it was and where this person was. So the Bucs one is Anthony Collins. You got in 2014, you signed him to a 5-year, $30 million deal. You know who he is?
So he got paid a little bit over $6 million a year.
I mean, like I said, some of these are questionable. So, but I don't even know who that is. And I love football. I don't even know. I know majority of everybody on this list besides
Anthony Collins rings the bell. I can't tell you what position he played.
I mean, he looks like a defensive lineman, to be honest with you.
I think that's what he was.
Yeah.
But was he a guy we brought in to expecting him to do big things, or was he a guy that he got brought in for like rotational? Because I feel like Albert Hainsworth was a worse signing than that.
Yeah, but did you guys pay him a whole bunch of money?
Albert Hainsworth?
Yeah. That's what I feel like.
Well, 5 years, $30 million isn't that much considering.
Oh, Anthony Collins was a tackle. He was a tackle that you guys signed.
Oh, that's your boy from the Bengals.
Yeah.
All right. He was kind of trash. I remember that now.
I mean, and back then, 2014, 5 year of 30 was
decent.
Was a decent amount of money. I mean, Patriots is Antonio Brown, which is like
I would have put Antonio Brown on there for us.
Yeah, but how much money were you giving him?
I don't think he got that much money, but I mean, he literally pulled his jersey off on national TV.
We
and
gave him $10.5 million for 1 year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then we traded him at 4 games into the season.
I do remember Anthony Collins now. Oh, bitch ass.
So, another one which I forgot completely. I forgot completely that the Chicago Bears gave Mike Glennon a 3-year, $45 million contract in 2017. I completely forgot about that. Mike Glennon, old Napoleon Dynamite looking boy. Oh, man, that one was funny. I forgot all about that. And then, of course,
why would you give Draft Neck that kind of money?
The infamous Albert Hainsworth, 2009, Washington Commanders. 7-year, $100 million deal. He signed.
I think they're actually going back to the Redskins.
Showed up to the next season, overweight, couldn't even pass the physical, and then he got traded to the Patriots, to the Bucks, then bro, Chris crazy, did rob the NFL of money. Another one that I forgot about, Matt Flynn. Remember Matt Flynn?
I do.
Matt Flynn, they signed him to a 3-year, $20 million deal, which is, you know what I'm saying, not much, but still, for a backup quarterback who had won a good 4 games for the Packers when Aaron Rodgers got hurt.
He was the one who got signed by Seattle, right?
Yeah. Yep. And then one more, Darrelle Revis. In 2015, after he left the Patriots, he went back, and the Bucks. He went back to the Jets, where they signed him to a 5-year, $70 million deal, and he didn't even finish 2 seasons with them before he got traded the next season. So, and then one more, I forgot about him, J.C. Jackson, going to the Chargers a couple years ago, 5-year, $82.5 million deal, and then they traded him to the Patriots. Wild. There's definitely some bad ones on this list.
Oh, I'm sure.
Definitely some bad ones. I mean, a lot of these other people. I mean, Trey Flowers going to the Lions.
Send me the list and I'll throw it on the STLR page.
I will for sure. You can look at your favorite team and see who they signed and agree or disagree with that one. NFL draft, baby.
It's coming up.
Next week. Next Thursday?
I'm excited, yeah.
Of course. I think I'm excited. I think a lot of people have a lot of spec of what's going to happen.
Are you going to watch it at your house or are you going to stop by?
I'll probably stop by.
I don't think it starts at 7:30.
Yeah,
though.
I'll probably stop by because I deliver on that day, so I'm coming back from Ocala.
If you do, let me know and just shoot me a couple bucks. Maybe I'll grab some wings or something from Wings and Things.
Oh, that's racist. Because I'm fat? You want to get wings?
Why not?
Sweet, bro.
Who doesn't like wings?
Fine. No, that's fine.
I know skinny people that like wings.
I get it.
Smokey likes wings.
But I think there's a lot of spec on what's going to happen.
Like our pocket.
Napoleon, let me get some of your tots.
And squishes them because he doesn't want to do
a lot of spec on really what's going to happen after the first pick. We all know Caleb Williams is going number 1.
From what I've been seeing, it's looking like at least 5 quarterbacks in the first round. 6, actually. I've been seeing a lot of mock drafts with 6 quarterbacks in the first round.
I do.
Whether or not that's going to happen, I've seen Caleb, Jaden, Drake, May, J.J. McCarthy, Penix, and Bo Nix all get drafted in mock drafts in the first round.
So, I could also see that. And then you brought up to me about how if that does happen, there's going to be a lot of first-round talent fall into the second round.
Well, there's going to be speculation out there that at least 5 wide receivers. So you talk about 11 players. There's only 32 teams. So literally, they're speculating quite possibly, and I've seen 5 wide receivers, 5 or 6 wide receivers in some of these mock drafts. So you're talking about quite possibly half the first round being quarterback and wide receivers. The Bears, if they're smart, I've been seeing them get pegged with like your boy from Florida State, Verse. Bro, you just spent all this money. You just made the trade for Montez Sweat. You're bringing in all this, trying to get this young quarterback. You're trying to get him a team to build around him. I wouldn't be surprised if they take your boy, was it Barton, the tight end, or one of the receivers as well.
Nah, I think they like Cole Kmet over there. I think.
I forgot they got Cole Kmet.
I think they like Cole Kmet.
But they could be
see, with that second pick that they
receiver,
got.
though.
With that second pick that they got in the first round, I could definitely see them going tackle or guard or O line.
Or like I think they're in a position to get Joe Alt.
Or get another defensive player. I mean, if you could get somebody like a Joe Alt or
I think they need
one of the best defensive players.
I think they need to protect their investment.
I agree.
If they're going to take Caleb Williams, they need to
go O line.
They need to go O line.
Kind of like what not the Lions. Lions didn't pick a quarterback, but they did pick Sewell fucking in the first round a couple years ago to make sure they protecting somebody back there.
Yep.
And he's turned out to be a great pick for them. You got to build in those trenches, and you got to make sure Caleb Williams. In my opinion, the more and more that I look at it, I don't know if there's a first quarterback to be picked in the first round in the first pick who's going to a better situation than Caleb Williams is. I know the quarterback isn't, or the coach isn't the best. I know the franchise isn't the best when it comes to lately, but the talent that they have,
I think off-season wise though, they did try to make. Did they bring in Aaron Jones? No, who they bring in for running back?
Damn it. Not Joe Mixon. I forgot. But let me get this pointer. I'll look it up in a second. But just the talent they got in Cole Kmet, DJ Moore. They got freaking, what's his face from the Bills, Gabe Davis.
Oh, I forgot they brought in Gabe Davis.
Yeah, so it's just like, no, Gabe Davis went to Jacksonville.
Yep.
They brought in another receiver, though. They brought in another receiver alongside DJ Moore, who I like. And, Mike Williams was the Jets. Who the fuck was it?
Was it Ridley?
No, it wasn't Calvin. No, Calvin Ridley went to the Titans. The Titans. I forgot, but they brought in a lot of talent, and they're helping Caleb. And maybe I'm mistaken, but I just think that he's going to be the quarterback going to the best situation, whether it's Jaden Daniels going or Drake May going to Commanders or Patriots, whoever's picking those. But those first few picks, the Bears are the team who have the best future, in my opinion, when it comes to the talent that they have, the picks that they have, and just overall what's going to happen. And who knows? Maybe Caleb Williams is going to be that guy. Maybe he is the next Patrick Mahomes. Let's just say that he is that guy. Then you got a quarterback who's a fucking stud, who's going to be able to make plays.
Keenan Allen.
That's who it was. I knew it was a Chargers receiver. I swear it was. But Keenan Allen, he might be hurt, but the dude is still a playmaking fucking ability. They got the talent on the outside.
They brought in DeAndre Swift. That's who it was.
DeAndre fucking Swift, bro.
And they did make some offensive line additions, so maybe Joe Alt might. Maybe.
I think they're gonna. With that second pick, I could either take another offensive lineman to help build in the trenches, or just the best defensive player available to help on the defensive side. So I mean, like I said, I think if Caleb Williams does turn out to be that guy, he's going to the best situation, and the Bears could be a playoff team next season in the sense of. And I know it's wild to even think that, but if Caleb Williams is the truth and that guy that everybody thinks he's gonna be, then the Bears are not going to have no problem with
that's a tough-ass division, though, so I don't know if they're going to...
Is it, though? Is it? Minnesota ain't got no quarterback.
That's the only team, though. Jordan Love,
I don't know.
That Packers team looked good, and they brought in Josh Jacobs. So that offense just got better.
I forgot they went down.
The Lions,
to say they lost Aaron Jones,
Lions
though.
made some trades, and they brought in some people during free agency, so they got a little bit better.
I think Romeo Doubs is good. I'm not a big fan of Watson, but I think they need a couple more pieces in Green Bay for Green. I think Green Bay just got lucky on the sense of the Bears not being the best.
That may be their first-round pick might be one of these receivers.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. Think about the possibility of 6 quarterbacks, 6 wide receivers, or more going in the half. That's like half the draft. So
Detroit won the division, though, is what I'm saying. And with the Packers making the playoffs, the Bears are obviously going to get better this season. And with if the Vikings do trade up to take a quarterback, they could possibly be another team. So, yeah, that division is going to get tougher this season. So, who knows if Green Bay is going to be the same team like they were last year. I know they got Josh Jacobs, and I know their defense is pretty good. But, I mean who knows? The division's getting better. We'll know exactly what's going to happen. So, but with Drake May, I don't know. The Patriots player, the GM, Elliott Wolf, came out and said they're willing to trade down, but they're also willing to stay put to take a quarterback. So we're obviously taking a quarterback at 3. Who it is, I really fucking don't know. There's so much spec about J.J. McCarthy. His fucking draft stock has gone through the fucking roof this last few weeks. I mean, they're talking about the Patriots had him for dinner. Patriots had Drake May for dinner. I have no fucking idea who the Patriots are taking at number 3. I really fucking don't.
So I'm looking in the draft that I shared with you earlier. Peter Schrager has 5 quarterbacks going. Michael Penix not being one.
Yeah, but he's got the Giants moving up to take fucking.
It's a possibility,
Yeah,
though.
but
You never know.
gave Daniel Jones all that money, though, man. Like, how do you give a quarterback all that money and just move on from him like that?
It was a couple years ago, that contract, too, though. Who knows? It's speculation. Not saying that's going to be the team that necessarily takes him, but he has 5 going in the first round, quarterback-wise. Then, wide receiver-wise, we got 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 3 run on lineman. 4, 5.
Well, regardless of what happens, bro, I mean,
6.
there's no telling of what's going to happen in the first
8.
round.
He has 8 wide receivers going. So let's just say it's quite possible that half of the first round could be quarterbacks and wide receivers.
Yeah, I think that I don't.
So there, if
Let's be real. How often are people writing their mock drafts? Not very often.
And I'm not going about the rightness of
I know you're not.
who
I know
they
you're
picked,
not.
but a lot of times position-wise, they are correct. Like the amount of
Yeah, it's because it's basic about what a team needs. You can see a team what they need.
So a team like the Buccaneers that have 2 third-round draft picks, they might be able to move up in that second round somewhere and grab somebody that they really, really want.
Y'all need defense help.
We do. I quite honestly
Just lost Carlton Davis.
I quite honestly think that our first round pick is going to be in the trenches, though.
I know you need it. I know you need a D end. I know you need a D end. So that's definitely a good pick. But I would love for you. You guys got a second round pick?
I kind of want Kool-Aid.
Do you?
I want Kool-Aid.
Why?
Because how funny would it be for me and you to get a jersey of a guy named Kool-Aid that's red?
You want Kool-Aid just because you want a red jersey. You don't need no type of receiver help.
Not in the first round.
All right, well, never mind. If you're getting them in like the 5th round, that's fine.
We'll get receiver help later.
Yeah, I think you definitely need to go trenches in the first round, defense-wise, and a DB. You guys got a second-round pick?
Yeah, we got all our picks.
Okay, so if you move back up, you got 2 third-round picks. You move back into the second round and get another defensive lineman or DB or best DB available. I think that's a win for y'all. Get you 2 defensive players.
I think even at third, there's still going to be some people that fall. It's going to be a chain reaction.
Another thing is, I think I would love for you guys to move back up or your first pick in the second round, get an O lineman, and then move back into the second round and get like another DB or another fucking defensive player. I mean,
we'll see.
I think your linebackers are set. I think you got a lot of young talent. Maybe Levante David might be the odd man out.
I think we'll draft a running back probably like 4th round or later.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see that happening.
A lot of good free agent running backs still out there too, man.
There's some good free agent running backs.
How the fuck Dalvin Cook? Craig, can you please answer me that? How the fuck does Dalvin Cook not have a job? I'm so confused, bro. Like, why the fuck did the Jets waste his time fucking going over there?
It's just that 30 curse, that 30-year-old curse.
He's not 30 though, Craig.
He's getting close.
He's like 28 years old. He was dominant. He was considered one of the best backs in the league fucking 2 years ago.
I don't know.
I don't understand it, bro.
Maybe he can come to the Bucks.
That's what I'm saying. There's plenty. We need a fucking running back.
So you got to understand, though, what happens, too, is after that initial, like, free agency push where maybe people are, like, price themselves out of getting a job because they want a little bit too much, then once everything settles in and the draft comes down, then it's like, all right, motherfucker, you have to sign a realistic deal if you want to play.
Yeah, but I don't think Dalvin Cook's that guy. He took a fucking 1 year, $8 million contract to go play with the Jets last year. I think he's willing to take less money. I don't think nobody's calling, bro.
Who knows?
I think people will after the draft. I think
he'll probably get a job after the draft.
I would love to have him, bro. I would love to have him. I
Y'all
know
might
people
get
love
him.
Ramondre Stevens, but you give me Ramondre Stevens and Dalvin Cook, bro. In
Listen,
the
if there's
backfield,
one thing we learned,
my God, bro.
if there's one thing we've learned in the NFL today, even though the running back value may not be what it once was in the days of your Thurman Thomases, your Emmitt Smiths, your Barry Sanders, you can never have too many running backs because they do go down.
I just don't get it. I think he's good enough to be in the NFL.
I think so too.
I just don't get it, bro. And I know you people. I know that people are fucking scared to spend a little money because they think they can get a guy in the fucking. Who knows, bro? We might have seen the last run of fucking good running backs lately.
It could be a locker room situation. Who really knows? You know.
Who knows?
Who knows? But I am excited for the draft next Thursday. We will not be doing a show next Thursday.
No, we will not.
But we will be watching the draft. Keeping y'all posted.
We'll be excited to talk
on
about
STLR
it
Media
in 2 weeks, though. That's for sure.
We will.
That's for sure. Good show.
It's a great show. Any final shout outs?
Shout out to the Red Sox for fucking sucking again this year. It's going to be another long year. I do have a screenshot of them in second place, though, so I can tell people they were in second place at one point, but they're a shit team. They have no pitching. They have no really good bats besides Devers and a few other people.
I thought you were talking about the Rays for a second.
No. Another mediocre season from the Red Sox. So.
Probably be the same thing for the Rays. With that being said, for your boy Derek Fugers, I'm your boy High Cee. Peace out. Girl Scout.